Welcome to another adventure. This one is a full-length, start-to-finish, new build loft conversion. It's one that we haven't had on the channel before, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. Sammy and Jacob are already on site. They're already hooking into it. Here are the boys on site to show you what they've been up to. See ya. Bye.
Give ourselves some access. Access is going to be fun now, Sammy.
Lovely and soft under your feet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We've had a little bit of a change of plan.
Look who I brought.
Welcome back. We've started a new job today. Pete and Jacob have been here this morning. They've made us a little hatch through loft conversion. It's a truss type roof. So you got these come pre-fabbed basically. That's an individual piece, all nail plated together, and then you crane them up. So you put them in one at a time, that one, all your way down. It's all based on bracing in such a way that it becomes strong. But you can't modify them without putting something a bit more substantial in place. So we got two steels to go in, basically one in the eaves over there, one in the eaves over there. We can build a dwarf wall off of that. And then the top of that wall is basically going to create a purlin. All of these rafters get doubled up with 6x2, some collars up the top. And then once that's all in, then you can start cutting these out. We're just marking out for the pad stones for this first steel. Jacob's took a couple of blocks out down there. We've got that marked out down there. So on that side, it's the air bricks. So you can cut them with a handsaw. Well, I'm going to try the recip saw and just cut exactly the right pocket out for the pad stone rather than having to take two of them out and then muck them back in later. We had a bit of an issue with the plans, so we did want to get the pad stones in, steels in, and start from there really. But whilst we're waiting for the structural engineer to confirm some changes that we might have to make, me and Jacob are going to start doubling up all of these trusses with some 6x2s. On one side that's a 4x2, on that side it's already a 6, but we'll double up every one of these, bolt them together, and then we're a couple of steps ahead when we do get the go ahead for the steels to go in.
So let's dive into Sammy's little issue he's talking about. Where the steel has to go is sitting right on top of the bathroom wall so that the stairs fit. That's going to make the dwarf wall on top of the steel under the rafters a particular height. Now, if we build it like it's drawn on the plans at the moment, this wall will be that big and this wall will be that big. That's going to look stink. So what we've done is we've gone back to Adam, the engineer, and said, if we push this wall here out 600 mils and make it the same height as this wall, it's going to increase the span of the floor. Now, timbers are designed to span so much. We're asking it now to span more. So I've gone to him and said, are these timbers that you've specified strong enough to do the job? So we're waiting to hear back from him. Let's jump back to Sammy on site and see what he's been doing while we wait to hear back from Adam. See you in a bit. Bye.
We got Jacob down here cutting these rafters. What we got to use to double up the trusses. So he's only got to do the ridge cut on there. We worked out the pitch, 35 degrees on the roof. And this handy little saw here, got stops on the bottom. Set it to 36 or 35 even, and then do all your cuts. We saw Jacob cut all of the rafters. We started bringing them in, nailing them on, bolting them on. What we have realised is a bit of a game climbing about all of this. So Pete's just been and bought us a few more floorboards, so we're just going to chuck a load of they down, get ourselves a nice platform to work off. Had a little organised over here. Wow. A little charging station, first aid station, because you ain't got a lot of space up here, so you've got to make the most of what you have got. Right, so we've had confirmation from the structural engineer. He said we can open up the floor, well, we open up the room by about 600 and that keeps it symmetrical. So we got the pad stones in place where they need to go. One there, one down there, that's steel one there, one there. So tomorrow's plan, it will be get the steels in. Got them delivered in 2 halves this time, make it a bit easier to swing about, get them in here, a bit lighter, bring them in, get them in place, bolt it together, and we can start building dwarf walls. Here we are on day 2. Pete's just bought us a nice delivery. What have we got in here, my boy?
Bit of steel, mate.
Bit of steel. So these ones, we've managed to get them spec'd in 2 pieces to be then bolted together. So makes it a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to get up. We've got 2 up there already on the first lift. But we're going to try and just handball these ones up, the 3 of us. So see how we get on. We've got big man up there as well.
Yeah. Miles not here.
But we've got the other big man up there as well. We got this bad boy in here. I was hoping we'd be able to bolt it together and it would sort of pull itself level, but it hasn't done that, so gonna have to get creative with a bit of leverage. Jacob's gone to the dentist, so I'm here by myself. So I'll see what I can do with a long length of timber and a fulcrum point and get that bolted together. Right, and there we go. That's how you can still crack on if you're by yourself. 250 kilos probably, that steel. See that gap now? It's even all the way up, so I can shunt that across so it's nice and tight and I can crack on.
Bash.
Right, so we've got the plates on. I'm going to double that up, but we got the first plate glued on. That went on last night, so that should be solid. And we're just about to web this steel out, so got some 9x2 to go in there.
So have you tried what, countersank the
Countersunk. Obviously we've got to pack it out so it sticks out far enough for to hang the joists on. We've had to put a batten on the back, but it was still hitting into these bolts and these bits here, so we've had to do a little tiny bit in there.
So there was a guy in the comments not that long ago that actually said about why we weren't using like 2 bits of steel with the like bolted together.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one it was, but I presume this is just from like a space saving aspect of getting it up into
6.5 hours later.
That's loud.
But it is more expensive. These bolts are bloody expensive.
Oh, they, yeah.
The more splices, easier to get up, and then it's quite time consuming bolting it all together as well.
But again, this, well, from a space point of view, that's what we're working with, that bit there.
The reason why we've had to web out the steel with this piece of 9x2 is there's a whole bunch of hangers that need to be nailed to it. So the first lot of hangers is to support the existing truss roof, which holds the ceiling up in the bedrooms below. Once they're all nailed in, we've also got to put more joist hangers which are going to support our new floor beams that you saw we had the problem with earlier. They're also going on the steel. With the first round of hangers done, it's time for Sammy to install the second of the base plates, and now we can start building the dwarf wall which is going to sit underneath and support our new rafters. With that steel almost done, the boys are loading up the second of the 2 steels. Obviously they come in 2 bits and we followed exactly the same process. Web out the steel, put the hangers on, put the base plates for the dwarf wall, finish the dwarf wall.
So there's a couple little jobs that I remembered before we start cutting all this bracing out. We've got to put the doubles in for the V-lux, so they're a bit trickier because whereas before all of the rafters we just planted some 6x2 on the old trusses, whereas these are floating, so we had to get the wall built so the bottom could sit on something, and then for the minute, just so we get it up, we put like a fake ridge beam in there, so we get the doubles in on this side and then we can double up the back as well. Right, so me and Pete spent a bit of time yesterday measuring up for the staircase, which is going to be coming up over here. So that's measured and ordered from Stairbox. We've got Harry sorting out the electrics for us. He's moved the solar for us already. We've we've unscrewed it. He's re-cabled it over here so we can move it into the cupboard that's happening over here. Yeah, we're finally getting down to a point now where we can start banging in these joist hangers, getting some floor down. Before we cut any of these off, we've got to put collars across the top as well. That's what's specified on the plans. They want these collars bolted on. I want all the structural stuff done before any of this gets cut out. We've had a little bit of a change of plan because the plumber is coming up on Monday and he's moving the boiler up into that corner. So that's going to be our plan of attack, is get the triple in, get the trimmer in over there as if the staircase was going to be in place. Get just that area floored and insulated. Dirty bastard. In the middle of my video. Did you not hear my voice? I wasn't talking to Max, was I?
Here's a really good example of the process that needs to happen across the whole floor. So that big beam that you can see Sammy walking on, that's the triple. So that's 3 bits of timbers glued, nailed and bolted together. From there he can turn perpendicular and put in the double trimmer. That's 2 bits of trimmers nailed, glued and bolted together. That then forms our structure so that we can start putting the floor joists in. From there it's chicken wire for fire protection, really controversial, that insulation, and then we can start laying our chipboard floor over the top so that we can get Ben the plumber in to start doing his thing.
Have a look at what we've got going on in here. Look at all that space. Bit better, isn't it, Jacob?
Yeah, much better.
Can actually walk about, stand up, not bopping our heads so many times. Yeah, all the floor joists are in. Gonna start meshing this out, running the insulation, getting the flooring down over here, gradually work our way this way. We've got the roofers in, fitting the V-luxes. First one's in. These two will be in before the end of the day. Then we'll have a lot more light in here as well, so getting a look back from the little cave we started on.
So let's walk through what this process looks like. First step for us is we've got to put the chicken mesh in the floor. Now this is a fire regulation that we need to meet, and that's what the building inspector wants to see. From there we can put the fluffy insulation in between the joists, and then we can start putting our boards down over top. Now Sammy always likes to do a section first so that he can put the boards down and get a nice flat section. Once he's got his flat section for his tools and stuff, he can then run the same process on the second half of the room.
And that is one floor down. So massive difference to when we first started in here, crawling about, no light. We've got the V-luxes, we've got a bit of natural light in here. You can stand up, not bopping our head. The other day I went for a shower, started washing my hair and felt about 4 or 5 bumps. Jacob, you've had quite a few as well, haven't you?
Savage ones.
Fucking nightmare. But yeah, a lot better up here now. It's going to be a good space for the client. Next job we're going to start thinking about is bit of insulating. We've still got a little bit of structural stuff to do. We've got these weird little hangers here, A35s that he spec'd. So the thing about these that's good is you fold it like that, you nail in all your nails, and then that stops movement in any direction, up, down, left or right. Bit of a ball ache to get on, but that's what the engineer specs, so that's what the engineer gets. Welcome back to the loft conversion, truss conversion. All the trusses are out. Well, we've got one truss left in, which is still holding up the ceiling, but today is the day that we're going to be cutting all of this out and start fitting the staircase. So yeah, we've just left them in at the minute because it's still holding up our bit of ceiling there that separates us from the main house. But yeah, today we're going to be chopping all of this out, This one's a bit weird. Let me jump down there. Hold that a minute. So this was the old boiler cupboard. So boiler was set up in here, and the tank that's been moved up there now. Chop all of this out. This is what it looked like from the outside, and that's where we're going to be cutting out. So normally we're just cutting the ceiling out, but on this one we're cutting this whole cupboard out as well. Your first step is going to be down about there somewhere. You're going to come up here. It's just going to mirror this bottom flight, but above. So yeah, it'd be a lot better once we've got that staircase in and we're not climbing up and down through the little tunnel. Good morning. Bit of a mess up here. We were working late last night. We didn't have time to sort it out, and we ain't got time to sort it out this morning. We got the electrician come in some point this morning. So yesterday we got that side of the roof boarded, the ceiling flat bit boarded. We got to cut out for the V-luxes in a bit. We got this stud wall built. We've got the base plates down. And there's one more wall to go in here with a doorway in it. So we're just going to board just this little section here so we can get the plate up on it. The structural engineer has specified he wants that all OSB'd, so that basically becomes one big beam then that's picking up the roof. So that'll be solid. Yeah, the electrician Harry, he's got to run a few cables in behind there. That's why we've left that like that, because he can still got access. He can run his cables. There's a couple of sockets going down there. I think there's a socket on that back wall. I'm not sure what's happening over here. And then yeah, so it's just this cupboard that we need to build up really today or this morning, but that should fly up hopefully. Right, it's all systems go here. We've got Cal's been in over the weekend. He's done a bang up job. Skimmed all of this up. Beautiful curve on there. Ready to be painted. He's blended all of this in. He's done the whole of this hallway. So, looking a lot more like an actual house now, rather than a building site. We've got, at some point, we've still got a board inside this cupboard and insulate. It's gonna be a bit of a game. All of this area is free for the decorator. And then I'll be working on this landing. Got this null post to put in, and then this last bit of handrail. Then that'll be all of the carpentry done. So what I'd like to do, mark the post out on here, square that off, because there's no point trying to get an angle like that and trying to chisel that inside your null post. Make it easy for yourself, give yourself a nice right angle, you got something to measure off. Mark it all out, transfer your marks onto the post, and then hopefully I'll cut that out and it'll slot on lovely.
And that is the end of that. This room is absolutely stunning. It's not the biggest room that we've ever done because, like, you know, often you would have seen on the channel we put these massive dormers out, but this is a really, really warm, cozy, lovely space. Sammy and Jacob, you guys did the majority of the work. You've done a great job. Thank you so much. As always, thank you very much to our amazing clients for letting us do what we do. Thank you to the boys and girls at Silver Fern. You guys rock. Love your work. Thank you to all of our amazing subcontractors and our extended family. And most of all, thank you to you guys for watching our little idea. We've got some really cool stuff coming up over the next few weeks. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys on the next one. That way.